On day 3 of the road to the cross, we see where Jesus was tried in Matthew 26, 57 through 68. Read with me. Those who had arrested Jesus took him to Caiaphas the high priest, where the teachers of the law and the elders had assembled. But Peter followed him at a distance, right up to the courtyard of the high priest. He entered and sat down with the guards to see the outcome. The chief priests and the whole Sanhedrin were looking for false evidence against Jesus, so that they could put him to death. But they did not find any, though many false witnesses came forward. Finally, 2 came forward and declared, "This fellow said, 'I am able to destroy the temple of God and rebuild it in 3 days.'" Then the high priest stood up to Jesus and said, "Are you not going to answer? What is this testimony that these men are bringing against you?" But Jesus remained silent. The high priest said to him, "I charge you under oath by the living God. Tell us if you are the Messiah, the Son of God." "You have said so," Jesus replied. "But I say to all of you, from now on you will see the Son of Man sitting at the right hand of the Mighty One and coming on the clouds of heaven." Then the high priest tore his clothes and said, "He has spoken blasphemy. Why do we need any more witnesses? Look, now you have heard the blasphemy. What do you think?" "He is worthy of death," they answered. Then they spit in his face and struck him with their fists. Others slapped him and said, "Prophesy to us, Messiah. Who hit you?" Jesus moves from a hurtful betrayal to a farce of a trial. Having done nothing wrong, he hears person after person attempt to assassinate his character by making false accusations. In verse 64, Jesus confesses that he indeed is the Son of God, and that he will return to sit at the Father's right hand. This is all the evidence the high priest needed, for it was a high offense to claim to be God. Why didn't Jesus speak up in his own defense? Why didn't he explain the situation and give some sign that he was telling the truth? How could he just sit there quietly as people spewed hate at him? Truly, Jesus' patience was as great an evidence of his divinity as anything else. He had done what he had come to do. He had said what he had come to say. These people had no intention of finding the truth. They only wanted to hurt Jesus. This world isn't always fair. If people found ways to attack the Son of God himself, they are certainly going to find ways to attack us. How should we respond when treated unfairly? James chapter 1 verses 2 and 3 tells us that we should consider it pure joy, my brothers, when you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith develops perseverance. Though all else fails, patiently and firmly hold to your faith. Let's pray. Specifically mention an injustice that has been done to you. Ask God to give you his patience as you endure it, and wait for the strengthened faith that comes from holding to the truth when it seems no one else does.